I think the selection process of speakers utilizing Google or, just a straight up SEO type of search or on ChatGPT or the other tools is very limited right now. And of course, the creativity and imagination are really have to be highly dosed in. In our project, you've helped me utilize our own database, and how I've presented and proposed speakers in a certain type of format, and leverage the tool to optimize the construction and I use the word cobbling together of my lists, the curation, the secret sauce, the why a speaker shows up on the list comes from me, human being Seth, right? But the tool that you directed me on was helping me fortify my already existing ideas about why I recommend them, and leveraging the machine, leveraging the ChatGPT. Speak to that a little bit. I was a little bit all over the place there, but I feel that you've been incredibly creative and imaginative in how you've asked me some very pointed questions, and then me in responding as well, trying to do my level best, thinking of how you're going to deploy it. There's no question or observation there. It's just continuing the conversation around creativity.
I mean, let's look at something totally different for a moment. Bear with human resources. A lot of organizations are struggling now on the HR front. And one of the things they're struggling with is that applicants to jobs are using these tools to write their resumes, write cover letters, and doing a very good job with it. So they're applying to more jobs. And it is a tough market in a lot of industries right now. It's almost this war leapfrog game. Let's use AI to screen resumes. And we've been screening resumes using technology for decades. I remember my first job out of undergrad, the state of the art of technologies was keywords. We would use a piece of software, look for certain keywords in a resume. And clever, goofy people like me realized I could write all the keywords. I could open up a paper thesaurus, find the keywords I want, write them in size 1 font in white in the footer of my resume, so that I would get ahead of the tool. We've been doing this leapfrog game. It's like doping in professional sports. We've been doing this leapfrog game for a long time. And now the problem I see, the risk I see with something where we are on either side of the equation, where we are using AI to create a resume and polish how we present ourselves, or where we use AI to review resumes, is that we miss the je ne sais quoi, we'll miss the diamond in the rough. These tools do not predict, or they do not tell you what is correct. The way foundation models work is they tell you what is most likely. One word at a time. You give it a string of words. Today for lunch, I ate a, and it might fill in the word sandwich.
I just want to stop there, because most likely just rings like the mean.
It's exactly that. And so we start to mold. So now what we have is on the applicant side, and there's an analogy here to any industry, but in the HR world, or the world of getting a job and finding great people, all of our candidates are being molded to look alike. And our tools are reviewing those for who fits that mold, where your best candidate might be that woman who just doesn't fit the mold, whose resume looks radically different. It's written in red font on blue paper. Silly example, because that'd be pretty much illegible. But how do we find those diamonds in the rough?
Yeah.
That's where that idea of curation, that's where that idea of creativity, curiosity, we can't let go of those. So the challenge will be to not give in when the technology can do some of these things for us. And it will. The technology is evolving faster than anyone can keep up with. Our challenge as human beings, I guess, as the currently only intelligent, at least in this context, species on Earth, is to decide, where do we draw those? I always talk about lines in the digital sand. Where do we draw those? And for you, you've drawn yours at that idea of curation, saying, what I bring is that I have seen these speakers. I've gotten to know them. I know the stuff that's not in their 100-word bio. I know the stuff that's not in their tagline, because that's what I do. And that's what an HR professional does. That's what a great candidate does. They know how to present themselves so they stand out from the crowd, not look like the crowd. And so creativity, curiosity, critical thinking, Those are the skills of tomorrow. That is when I work with senior leaders and they're talking about long-term talent strategies. It's no longer about hiring computer science graduates. We still need those skills, those hard skills. We need math and STEM and political
Yeah.
science and arts. But it's curiosity, it's skepticism, it's creativity. Those are the future-proof skills that
Critical thinking, you know. I think the new MBA is going to be an MFA, and not so much that you and I are going to become experts in 16th century Portuguese sonnets or, you know, how to make, you know, sculptures or anything like that, but that the education and the intellectual pursuit and the development and the evolution of this creative aspect of the mind and how to begin to perceive things and, you know, look at things differently and come with new approaches and be open-hearted, open-spirited, I think it's just going to over-index in the future now, not the future now, you know. That was my editorial comment.